Okay, so for devotion today, I heard very distinctly, I want you to give your salvation testimony. And I said, well, my salvation testimony is about as boring as they come, God. So I don't know who this is for. It doesn't matter who it's for. It's, God talks to people in different ways and different aspects. And, Isaac and I were just having this conversation. Sometimes God speaks to people through your thoughts. Sometimes he shows people pictures. And sometimes he speaks to you through videos and through books and through songs and things like that. It doesn't matter. But let me read these verses real fast, and then I'll get into however I feel the Spirit leads me. 1 John chapter 5 says, verse 1, everyone who believes that Jesus is the Christ is born of God, and everyone who loves the Father loves his child as well. This is how we know that we love the children of God, by loving God and carrying out his commands. And his commands are not burdensome, for everyone born of God overcomes the world. This is the victory that has overcome the world, even our faith. Who is it that overcomes the world? Only he who believes that Jesus is the Son of God. Well, I was 6 years old when I believed that Jesus was the Son of God. Did I understand all of it? No way. Not in a million years. At 6 years old, did I understand the 10 Commandments? Did I understand death, hell, the grave, speaking in tongues, prophecy? I could go on and on and on. All the stuff that I've learned in the past 37 years, 36 years. Because when you're 6 years old, you just don't grasp all that stuff. But what I did grasp was that Jesus loved me and that he was real. I can't explain it to you. I don't know how to explain it to you. I just knew. And that moment that I knew that he was real and that I wanted him in my life, everything changed. I was six, only 6. And it just continued to grow from there, step by step, by step, by step. My parents, mom and dad, took me to church. I went to Sunday school, and I learned about all the Bible stories and things like that. The closer I got to the Lord, the more I just had this mentality of that I wanted to be the best Christian I could be. Now, I know nowadays, I know that that's not how it works. You can't do anything to earn salvation. I get all that. But that was my mental state, was I want to be a good Christian. I want to make Jesus happy. Well, that hasn't changed. And to be completely honest, I've sinned, obviously. I'm not perfect. But I didn't go out and do all the junk that you hear that most kids do or most teenagers do. I just didn't. I didn't want to disappoint God, because I knew better. I had had enough time in the Word as I got older to know that that was not what a good Christian should do. And then I also didn't want to disappoint my parents. Love my mom and my dad, and I respected them and honored them, and I wanted to make sure that I made them proud. That was just how I was. That's not how everybody is, but that's how I was. Plus, I knew that if I did anything I wasn't supposed to do, I'd probably get caught and then be in big trouble. Not just with them, but with God. So I know that sounds really, maybe it sounds pathetic. I don't know. But that's how I was. I'm just being honest. And for whatever reason, God wanted me to share that with y'all today. what was real and always has been real is I love him. I love Jesus. It's not always been perfect, but it's been real. And the only thing I can tell you is if you've never put your trust in him before, it's never too late to start trying. Is being a Christian easy? It's not easy. A lot of times I stood on my own in my beliefs and what I believed in the Word. And I'm looking at the clock. I need to wrap this up, so I apologize. A lot of times I've stood on my own. In junior high and high school, I did many times. I did have Christian friends that went to school with me, but there was a lot of times that it was hard. But I knew that God was with me, and I loved Jesus, and that was all there was to it. So I didn't want to disappoint him, and I still feel that way. So choose him. It'll be the best decision you ever made. And all you have to do is just say, you know, Lord, I want you in my life. Forgive me of all the junk that I've done. And I'm going to live from you from this day forward. And that's all it takes. And just to be sincere. That's it. So that's my story in a nutshell. I've left out a lot. I can't put a whole lot in there. It's too short a time to do that. But that's it in a nutshell. Lord, speak to hearts today. Speak to lives and help them to come to a true, real, sincere relationship with you, I pray. In Jesus' name, amen.